Year-end profits are exciting, but they can actually hurt your business if you don't prepare for them. So, one of the ways that a lot of our business owners like to give away profits, for lack of a better term, is to do year-end bonuses. But if you haven't planned for those, then they can actually be super detrimental to your cash flow in Q1. Let's talk about how you can make sure that you can reward your employees while still maintaining health in your business. If you want to think strategically about how to give your employees bonuses, maybe it's just a Christmas party, whatever it is that really rewards your employees for the hard work that they've put into your business over the last year. And there's a couple of ways that you can go about it very strategically, and let's talk about those. First, I want you to start with a profit allocation plan, especially if this is something that you do on a yearly basis. And this is something that you can do very intentionally and with purpose so that you make sure you, one, are able to actually reward your employees at the end of the year, but two, make sure that it doesn't hurt your financial position. Have a key set of metrics that you are basing those bonuses off of. So whether that is you need to hit a certain revenue target for your business, or if there are certain goals, or maybe you have some major accomplishments that you're wanting to achieve in this year, if those things are part of your profitability plan, making sure that that is tied to the bonus allocation. Second, have like a percentage set aside each month or each quarter so that you actually are on target and you're not trying to pull all of this money together at the end of the year. There's a couple of things that I want you to have in place before you start thinking about bonuses and those year-end profits. First, have a couple of different savings accounts that you are funding throughout the year. There are a couple of categories here: reinvestment, taxes, savings, bonuses, and owner's draw. Those are all key things that you want to have money stocked away in so that these are not surprise expenses for you each year. A popular model to kind of divvy those up is a percentage in each one. If you do 50% into reinvestment, 25% into taxes, 15% into tax savings, and 10% to owner's draw. Now, this is off of profitability. So these are your net profit percentages. You want to prioritize your business needs first. A lot of business owners are very generous. They want to reward the people that have been working for them, but we can't sacrifice the health of the business and what is keeping all of these people employed in exchange for that one-time bonus. So before anything is distributed, make sure that you have enough expenses set aside to cover at least January's expenses, depending on your seasonality, so that you are not hurting yourself by sending all that money out the door in December. We talked about having some KPIs and different things in mind before you give away bonuses, but having a structure to your bonus or your profitability plan not only makes it less stressful for you in December trying to figure out like who should get what amount, it might make your employees, if this is a published or public plan, it might make them push a little harder and your business could perform better because of it. So having clear performance metrics or clear revenue targets will make everybody be on the same page and can help everybody like drive towards that same goal. Don't forget to set aside for taxes. We mentioned this a few points ago, but you want to make sure that those profits that you're maintaining, those you are going to have to pay taxes on. So you want to make sure that you have enough set aside to pay taxes on whatever your net profit margin is going to be. That's not a surprise, and you're not scrounging for money come March or April. You also want to reinvest in strategic growth. So sometimes giving away bonuses at the end of the year is a reinvestment strategy because you're making sure that your people want to stay with you. But it's also a time to evaluate whether giving all of that to profit sharing is the correct move. Sometimes maybe it's really a new software system that you need to implement that is the best use of funds and makes your next year really start off on the right foot. There are things that you can do to reinvest in your business that not only help you as the business owner, but can make the lives of your employees much better on a day to day basis. You could be doing things like upgrading equipment or just moving to a new office with new amenities. There can be a lot of things that come into play that you don't always have to go the straight bonus route. Allocating your year end profits is just one piece of the puzzle for your year end strategy, making sure that you have a good start to your Q1 planning will really be important in making sure that you have a seamless transition from Q4 to Q1. And we'll talk about that in the next video.